Anyways, were you guys able to find some Thanksgiving traditions from other countries?
Yeah.
Daisy, you're shaking your head. All right, go ahead and share those Thanksgiving traditions you have. What'd you find?
Let me just open here because I wrote here.
No worries. No worries. I can't remember. Akshay, were you looking up some too, or just Daisy?
Yeah, we both were. I have something to share about India. Like we have a festival called Diwali, which is similar to Thanksgiving, but it's like the Hindu New Year.
Nice. Do you celebrate Diwali?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's a huge festival. I've been celebrating it since I was like 5 years old, since I could hold like a firecracker and like one of those twinklers around.
A sparkler.
A sparkler.
Yeah, you don't want to hold
actual firecracker.
You don't want to hold firecrackers.
No, I don't. No.
So what's the purpose of Diwali?
It's called the Festival of Lights. So how Christians have Jesus, we have a deity. We have lots of deities, like around like 1,000 deities. But one really important one is Ram. So when Ram returned from exile, he was in exile for like around 14 years or more. He came back from exile to his home, Ayodhya. He was the king's son. So when he returned, they celebrated his return by lighting lanterns and candles in all the homes in Ayodhya, and just welcomed him back.
Oh wow! And when do you usually celebrate it? What time of year?
So it varies, but it's usually around late October, early November. This year we celebrated on the 14th.
Oh, so you just celebrated it a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. And you guys, what are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? Any plans this year with everything shut down?
No plans. Most of my family in the East Coast are gonna remain there. We usually meet up and either they come here or we go there and we get together and have a feast. My grandmom's a great cook, so she'll cook up a storm for us when we're there.
Oh man, what does grandma like to cook?
So she's Indian, but she was brought up in Spain, so her food is like a fusion between Spanish and Indian food. So
ooh, that just sounds awesome. Two of my favorite.
I'm like salivating just thinking about it.
Now, for Thanksgiving, would you do traditional Indian food as well?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, samosas or...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
We're definitely going to do that. But we're going to like try and make it at home as opposed to like just ordering from outside. So maybe not samosas. That may be like in a year or two.
That was the first thing that popped to mind when, every time we order Indian food, we always have to get samosas.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Samosas is that triangular shaped food with the potato stuffing in there. It's pretty good,
Absolutely. Okay, Daisy, did you find some Thanksgiving traditions from other countries?
Yeah, I found like actually the United States and more 8 countries around the world, they celebrate Thanksgiving. One is India, and another one is like Liberia, from like West Africa, and kind of the same than here, but they celebrate in the first Thursday of November. So they celebrate a little early, but it's kind of the same of here because the tradition, everything is kind of the same. And the other countries like Canada, they also have kind of everything the same. The only difference is they celebrating a different day also. The day is, I don't remember, is the second Monday of October in Canada. And the other countries like Australia, they also have the same food in here and everything, but they also celebrate in the last Wednesday of November. So different. They have Thanksgiving in Japan too. And they celebrate normally is like in the November 23rd. So.
Oh yeah, I was reading about the Japanese Thanksgiving and I found that quite interesting. They specifically do it to thank the workers.
Yeah.
for doing such a great job. And like I've heard and I've read from various sources that in Japan the work ethic is like off the roof. They're like super hardcore when it comes to their job. They're working like 60 hours in a week. So yeah, I think that's a major celebration in Thanksgiving in Japan.
Yeah.
But also that they're still working on that day. So
yeah, but they say like the kids in the school, they made like a cards and they give the cards for work people. So it's really like a labor celebration. Really, really.
Yeah. I guess how we have Labor Day in May. They have the Labor Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah.
Hey Daisy, I was thinking, I wonder if your audio would be better if you turn your camera off. Let's just try it out. Let's just see.
Okay. And now it's work better?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
And so the other celebration I found is in United Kingdom. They celebrate between September and October. It's not the same month every year, so they decide. And it also is for like collect donations for people, you know. It's more like for help other people. So they go around the house and collect many like clothes, food and everything. And they had in the day they set, they go to the some like places they need and they donate stuff. It's really nice too, you know.
What country was that?
United Kingdom.
Oh, in the UK. Okay.
Yeah, in the UK, yes. And in other countries like Germany, they call a complicated name. They call Fest.
Good job.
Yes, something like that. And they celebrate on the first Sunday of October. So normally it's kind of the same food and everything. But there it start because the royal wedding. So they start to do a Thanksgiving because of that. And they say actually the people know more the Oktoberfest about Germany, but they also have like this kind of Thanksgiving. It's something more religious for them in Germany.
Makes sense. Seems like a lot of countries celebrate Thanksgiving earlier.
Yeah, definitely. Yes. And so the other countries, India, the Akshay I already talked about. And the last one I found is like Filipinas. They also celebrate a Thanksgiving too. And they say it's kind of the same than here. They also have like a sales and everything like a Black Friday after. But is a little more smaller than here, but they also celebrate like and it's in September. It's not in October. It's also in September.
Man, I feel like we needed Thanksgiving here in September.
Yeah,
I could have used a Thanksgiving in September, October, November.
Yeah. Yes, but sounds like all countries celebrate early for sure. Just United States celebrate late, you know.
Yeah. Now, Daisy, one country I didn't hear in there was Brazil.
Oh, we don't celebrate Thanksgiving in Brazil, actually.
Oh, is there any other holidays that stand out to you from Brazil?
Yeah, actually we have like in June, but it's more like a religious holiday. So it's not like a Thanksgiving related to like turkey and stuff like that, you know. It's more religious holiday, you know. How
do you guys celebrate? Is there a certain...
we go to the church, have like kind of something like a Christmas dinner, you know, family or lunch. But it's not like a really, really like Thanksgiving. Is more for religious. Like people, they are not related to religious. They have a holiday anyway, but they don't celebrate, you know. And Brazil is a big country, so we have like all kinds of religions and cultures, you know.
Makes sense. You know, I didn't let you guys introduce yourselves to the world. Anyone who's listening right now, do you guys want to go ahead? Akshay, why don't you introduce yourself?
My name is Akshay Shahani. I'm like a second-year student at Laney College, and I also happen to work with Drew as a student representative at the International Student Office.
Yes, been super helpful. And this year was planning to travel abroad. You want to share where you were planning to go?
So I was really hyped up until I think I'd say April, because I still had hope until April. I was planning to go to France and Germany, but Paris and Frankfurt in particular, for an econ program with Professor Diana Bajrami. I had even like applied for scholarships. I was awarded a few scholarships. I'd saved up for the trip. I was almost about to book my flight tickets, and I haven't like paid up a deposit amount. But then sadly, Europe went into lockdown, I think early April, early May. And that's when all the travel plans were canceled. But, I'm still hopeful. If I'm in community college next year as well, I'll definitely apply. And, hopefully for the same program or maybe some other program.
Yeah, we have not officially canceled our programs for 2021 yet. We are going to be making a decision sometime in January or February of next year, so a little bit earlier. But we'll see. We're hoping for the best. But of course, we don't want to be the first ones that are out there traveling around and putting people at risk. But yeah, we'll see what happens. And I know this year we're planning a lot of virtual programs, which obviously isn't the same, but at least can create some experiences for students. And today is Akshay's maybe last day in our office, which I am super disappointed. I'm sad because he is such a hard worker. Akshay, what have you enjoyed most about working in the Office of International Education?
I think it was just like a learning experience for me. I never had an office job before this. I only had like customer service jobs, and I was interacting with people in person. I learned a lot about like doing stuff and organizing stuff, categorizing them, sending out emails, keeping in touch with people, reaching out to people. So that, I think that was an important experience for me to learn. And honestly, Drew, you've been so nice. It was honestly, you've been like the best boss / manager I've had, in like probably all the 5 jobs I've had so far.
Oh, well, we could just end the show right now. Thanks for joining us. No, thanks. I appreciate it. And you were really helpful with International Education Week, which we'll get a chance to talk about in just a second as well. But no, I appreciate it. And we'll see. I mean, hopefully there'll still be some ways for us to work together, and we'll figure that out. And Daisy, would you like to introduce yourself?
Oh, yes, definitely. My name is Daisy. I'm from Brazil. It's my first year in the Peralta Community College, and I'm a student in the Merritt College, actually. And I work also in the international office with Drew and other people and Akshay. And I'm so happy there. And I agree with Akshay. Drew is the best boss ever. So it's really, really, really good to work with you, Drew. And I really like working with you also, Akshay. I hope you don't leave and you stay, because we make a really, really great team. So I'm really, really happy. And yeah, it's that.
Oh, thank you, Daisy. And I'm going to let people know they should go back and listen to episode number 8 of International Conversations. We celebrated International Women's Month from March, and we did a special interview. This is when we were still in the office though, and we did an interview together, and you can listen to that one. It was posted for April 3rd show, so obviously we were already working from home at that time, but yeah, hopefully we'll be back in the office soon. I mean, we already know I'm going to be working from home until at least May is when I'm going to be working from home until 2021. And then there'll be a decision for summer or fall of next year. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I low-key missed the office. It was so nice. Like I would just go to class and then come to the office, sit and work, be with you guys, and then go home. Like it was a set routine. Now I'm just like enclosed in my 4 walls.
Yeah.
But you got a nice virtual background. that I can see?
Yes.
Where is
I'm in
that?
Hawaii. I'm in Hawaii.
Oh, Hawaii. Yeah, exactly. The funny story. So I was at a conference a couple weeks ago virtually, and it was supposed to take place in Hawaii this year. It was the NAFSA Region 12 conference. It was supposed to be in Hawaii. Of course, everybody was looking forward to going. I've been looking forward to it since last year because I've never been to Hawaii. And so of course nobody was able to go this year, but everybody had some sort of virtual background of Hawaii on in their Zoom. I did not participate in that. I was like, no, I feel sad enough. I don't need to pretend I'm in Hawaii.
Too painful.
Right. It's too painful, right? I want to ask you guys, what are you most grateful for heading into Thanksgiving this week in a couple of days? What are some of the things that you're most grateful for this year?
I can start. I think I'm really grateful to be able to do the things. I know, and I'm really grateful to have people that I know that I love around me. Touch wood, they're still there. I know my grandparents are really old, but they're doing fine. I'm really grateful to know that and know that they're there in my life, because I know a few people who've lost loved ones this year, and it's heartbreaking, but I'm grateful that I haven't gone through that experience yet. So
yeah, grateful for family and loved ones around you. Absolutely. How about you, Daisy?
Oh, I'm the same as Akshay. Really, really thankful for my family, for my friends. Everyone is like safe and healthy. And also I still have a job, because I know this year also many people are struggling. They lost their jobs. So I still have a job too. So I'm really, really grateful for still have like my family. Everyone is like healthy, and if I have my job, my friends, and everyone around me. I think this year Thanksgiving is more like be able to see people around us, people we love, like health, then really see them, in person. So I think when people think, oh, we want to go to Thanksgiving, have dinner and stuff like that, I think a big proof of love is don't see them, maybe, just like stay everyone in their own house, respect the rules and everything to keep everyone safe,
Yeah. Yeah, I think for me, definitely most grateful for same family, friends, shelter during this time.
yeah.
Definitely grateful for, being able to have a job, and I know being able to work from home isn't the most convenient thing for probably a lot of people out there, but being able to work from home, I've been able to spend more time with my family, more time with my daughter, who started kindergarten this year. And I know if it weren't for working from home, I wouldn't have been able to bring her to school, pick her up from school every day, just see her. It'd usually be leaving the house before she even wakes up, getting home while it's dark, maybe hanging out for an hour or two before she has to get ready for bed. But now it's, she comes home at 2:30, and yeah, of course I have to work. And so there's that little bit of distraction, but, just being able to be at home with her, my wife, my mother-in-law is with us as well. So I'm grateful for her being with us over the holidays. And so, yeah, lots to be grateful for. My brother had a new baby this year.
Oh wow, congrats.
Yeah.
Oh, congrats.
Yeah. So, a lot of, great things that took place. And, with everything that happened in 2020, I think it's important to not let the things that we're grateful for be overshadowed by the negativity and everything that's going on in the world.
Yep.
Last week we were able to celebrate International Education Week, and we did a number of events. We did a study abroad panel where we had several students share about their experiences and where they were able to go. We had a student who went to Japan, a student who went to China. We had the instructors who took students on those programs as well. We had an instructor who took students to Ghana in the past. We had our Laney cosmetology instructor, Petra, on the panel as well. Akshay, I know that you didn't get to share much at the panel, but what were you most looking forward to in terms of studying abroad, and why do you think study abroad is important, or why is it something that you were so interested in participating in, even though it got canceled this year?
Sure, yeah. So, I mean, I grew up in India basically, and I didn't leave the country for like since I was like 18. That's when I stepped out and I came to the US to study, and I haven't been to any other countries besides the US and India. Um, so I just had this curiosity to go out and explore and see what the hype of Europe is all about, because you see it in Hollywood, you see it in movies like, oh, Europe, America. um, for me, coming to America was it was like my bubble burst. I was like, oh, okay, not everything's like shiny, and not everything that shines is glitter. I mean, not everything that glitters is gold. So I wanted to see what the reality is of other places in the world, and like just experience a different culture, I guess. um I know France is huge on art. um I'm not an artist, but I really appreciate art a lot, all different kinds of art, all the forms of art. And Germany, I mean, I was interested in like so that they're like, for me, they manufacture one of the best cars in the world, Volkswagen, and like BMW, the home of Germany. So I was looking forward to maybe, going and checking out the cars, um, and like people. There's a stereotype that, um, Germans aren't really friendly, but I don't think that's true, because I had a German friend in community college and she was super friendly, super nice. So I wanted to actually know and find out what people are like over there. Um, I was also planning like just travel in Europe, besides the study abroad program, just to explore it a little more, get like a Europass and go to like Spain maybe, because I have family there, and visit them, and see other parts of Europe. Um, so I had planned out other things besides the study abroad, but the study abroad was my main focus. And it was an economic study abroad. So I really wanted to get to know the nitty gritty of like how things function in the financial world. Um, is it like a blueprint I could take back home and apply it, in like microeconomics, macroeconomics, see how like small businesses function as a whole, how the government supports people, welfare, all that stuff. I just had my eye open to that, to viewing all that and absorbing it, um, and learning about it. But nevertheless, I'm still hopeful. I'm still, I'm still young. I have a lot more years.
Yeah,
Travel ahead of me.
I think we'll be traveling, if not in 2021, 2022. Things will open back up for sure. Yeah, Europe's a very interesting place. I've never been to France and Germany, but last year I got to go to London, Scotland, and Ireland.
Wow.
And one of the amazing things about Europe, though, is you can just get to so many different countries so quickly.
Yes.
I mean, from London to Paris, I think it's like a 2-hour train ride or something like that, maybe an hour
2
and a half.
hours.
So it's like, if you're in France, you can hop up to London, head over to Germany, maybe head down to Italy or something. I don't even know if my geography is right where I'm saying up and down, north and south. But yeah, Europe definitely. I would love to go to Paris. I just got done watching a show with my wife on Netflix called The Queen's Gambit. You watch that?
They've been suggesting that show to me on my Netflix. I'm like,
Oh,
I'm not sure if I want to start something.
Great show. It's a mini series, so there's only 6 or 7 episodes. It's basically like watching a 5-hour movie or a 6-hour movie, which is like all TV shows these days. But it's a chess show, and one of the tournaments that she went to was in Paris. And I remember when we were watching the show, I was like, man, I definitely want to go to Paris. Just seeing the way things are, and I'm just like, wow. So hopefully soon we'll get over there. And then also, Akshay, when you were talking about Coming to America, it made me think of the Eddie Murphy movie, Coming to America. Did you ever see that?
Oh, I have. That was hilarious. I love that movie.
Well, it's kind of the same thing. People, and I don't know, people traveling from other countries, they might have a certain perception of what it's like to come to the United States. And then when you get here, and that's why that movie is so funny, because, he saw what it's not all the, popular, it's not Hollywood everywhere, even in LA, even in Hollywood isn't Hollywood. It's not all Beverly Hills. It's not all surfing. And, California is not, what it's always, made out to be in the movies,
True.
But anyway, so hopefully you'll be able to get out pretty soon.
Yes.
The other thing we did last week, so we did the study abroad panel. We had a Peace Corps panel. We did a film screening of the movie Softy. I can't remember. Akshay, did you get to watch some of that movie, or Daisy?
I was working that day, so.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Okay. Well, the movie featured a political activist named Softy from Kenya. And the reason he was given the nickname Softy is because all of his family members, when he was growing up, thought he was soft. They thought that he wasn't strong enough. They looked at him like he was kind of the weaker of the group. But in actuality, when he grew up, I mean, he became a really strong political activist in Kenya, fighting election corruption that was going on. He ran for office as a member of parliament. And we watched it. It was a special film screening we did through PBS, Point of View Films. And it was actually kind of cool doing a virtual film screening. So I'm actually planning to do a few more in the spring. And but it was a really powerful film. Just seeing what he believed in, and also the correlations between what's happening in Kenya and their elections. Mm-hmm. And honestly, there's a lot of similarities. That's what's going on right now in the US. Really? In terms of political corruption, in terms of, people being unsure if the election process is fair, or, if it's corrupt. So yeah, there was a lot, and it touched on other issues as well, asylum and refugees coming to the United States. And so it was again a really powerful, really, really good film. And then on Friday, we did a international student transfer panel where we had, and it just so happened that turned out that the 3 students were students who had transferred on to UC Berkeley, which is where most of our international students want to transfer to anyway. So it kind of worked out. But it was a great time being able to talk to a few of our international students who were formerly here at Berkeley City College, College of Alameda, Laney, and Merritt, and them sharing their experience, what helped them while they were at community college, what helped them to apply to the 4-year university, why they chose the university that they did, and what are their plans afterwards. Now, Daisy, I was going to ask you, as an international student here, what are your plans, and where are you at in your studies right now?
Oh, yes. So I'm taking paralegal classes now. My plan is or go to the law school in the future or come back and work as a nurse, because I have my bachelor's degree as a nurse, and I just change a little bit now for many situations. One is, since I was a kid, I want to be a lawyer. But I end up in the medical field because my family and everyone is in the medical field. And I actually love work as a nurse, but I also like the law field. So I plan to have both careers in the future. So I don't know if I really go to the law school, or I'm going to work as a paralegal and as a nurse. So yeah, but that is my plan.
Nice. What kind of lawyer or law practice are you interested in?
I really like actual criminal law. Is my favorite, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see you being a lawyer.
Yeah, I love criminal law. And when I was like because, actually people think, oh, be a nurse and be a lawyer, it's totally different. But actually not, because in the hospital, we have like a lot of legal issues and everything is related actually. So I can be both,
I never heard of that. Being a
Yeah.
nurse and being a lawyer being similar.
Yeah, kind of, because in the hospital, more and more we have legal issues involved. So often we have like lawyers work together. So it's kind of, you can relate it then,
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Well, good luck on that. And,
Yeah.
see where that heads.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, we're going to close it out. Any parting words from either of you?
I just wish
all of
everyone.
Go for it.
I wish everyone an amazing Thanksgiving. That everyone stay like healthy, stay safe, enjoy as much as possible, but inside the house, and respect each other's space. And a lovely Thanksgiving for everyone.
Yeah, I wanted to say something on the same lines. Happy Thanksgiving. I would invite you all over for some Indian food. But we're maintaining social distancing. So next Thanksgiving for sure.
Hey, that won't stop me from stopping by your house.
Yes, me too.
There's always
curbside
curbside pickup at Akshay.
Me too.
I'll leave some samosas out there.
I love it. Hey guys, thank you so much for sharing your
Thank
stories.
you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Drew.
Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Daisy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
happy Thanksgiving, everyone.